Yo, what up? It's time to do another Procreate video. So I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna draw. Got like a bunch of my old doodles, but let's go ahead and draw a new boy, a brand new boy. And I'm kind of figuring out, like, let's see, what do we want to draw? Oh, I got it. Maybe let's draw. I kind of want to draw my character who's visiting the otherworldly realms. So maybe she's visiting a supernatural creature or some such. First, and this is some stuff that I learned a little too late, but learning how to compose my draws, that was a big deal. So I really don't know where I come up with my ideas. They just sort of come to me and I don't know what I'm doing. And most of the time, I'm getting a little better with composing my drawings. It's just that I sweat and I lose faith real easily. And so let's see. Okay. Now, after I compose the drawing, I try to move it around, see if there's ways I can make things bigger, smaller. Her arm don't look right, so let's try not to do that. There's been a new update on Procreate, and the brushes are acting a little funny apparently. So let's see if we can just make it work. Because sometimes you don't have the brushes that you need exactly. You just learn to work with the brushes that you get used to. So whether or not your brushes are jacked up, you gotta learn how to work with them. Because it's and I hate to be like that person, but it's not the tool. It's the person. So you gotta kind of learn how to adapt. And for those of y'all that are like, but I don't want to adapt, it's like, well, you just gotta do it. You see, like, this crap right here, that's just gonna happen. Now, there's a difference between just kind of sucking it up and knowing, something's not right, versus, like, you're just not wanting to deal with a change. Sometimes it's true. There is something truly wrong. Somebody in the house dropped my pencil, and then it struck the tip of the pencil, so here's what the pencil looks like. It was dropped and it completely fell like on the tip of the pencil, and then it did something funky to it. And so everything was funky. And it was to the point where you couldn't even draw. It was just like coming out like dots like that, and you knew that was not normal. So yeah, that's when you really don't want to. Oh, I was almost ready to ink this, so it's like, we don't want to ink that. This is just the first layer, so I'm gonna make another layer. Okay. Excuse me, I sneezed. Sorry. Ugh. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the second layer. And first put this layer and make it the opacity. You know what? Let's add another layer and give it some light. Let's add that. Now, how's everybody been doing? I tend to do a lot of watercolor paint with me videos, and I know I've only uploaded like maybe one or two of those here on YouTube, but for people on Patreon, I've been doing more of like the like ASMR and like sketchbook tours, mostly on there. So, oh, sorry, it's very late at night, but like I'll sometimes post it mostly on there instead of where it really actually is on YouTube. So that's a thing. So if you want to check out my Patreon, I'm going to link it after the video at Kim Miranda on Patreon. No, that's not supposed to happen. I have to agree, there are a lot of these little changes that are pretty annoying, so... This looks like the... Oh, God. Like, I only noticed this now. This looks like the fish from the Will Smith's Shark Tale movie. Why? No. Oh, God. Dang it. Well, we're not going to do too much of that, then. Let's give her a coral crown. You know, one of those, like, brain corals? We could do that for her. Little, like, luminescent seaweed in there. Let's figure out... So, this happened. This happened right here. So, we're not going to do that. Let's go back in time. So what was this color? It was this. Don't you hate it when that happens? Has anyone gone through this before? Yes, and I did not check. But you know what? We're gonna adapt. We're gonna do it again. So now that we are wrong layer cronk. So now that we're here, we're gonna go ahead and do it over. And this time, not gonna fixate too hard on that. I think I have to adjust. There we go. We didn't. Maybe it'll overlap. Maybe this person was once a human, and only after a while, that was when they turned into a fish person. I made a Bajau story. It's like the Bajau and the mermaid. Has anyone ever also, like, this is a truly a 90s, a very, very late 90s thing, but premiered in the early 2000s / late 90s. But has anyone ever seen Blue Submarine #6? Anybody? Tell me in the comments, because I feel like, well, I grew up in the early 2000s era of AXN Asia, and they used to show a block of anime there. And they would show, not like, well, it was mostly supposed to be like Asian films and stuff like that, or action movies. It's supposed to be like the Action TV channel. But in the Asia department of that, the Asian department, they would show that block of anime. And it was like an hour and a half, like at least every day, or twice a day. They would show repeats early in the morning. So I would watch the anime when I got home from school, And then before we left for school, it was early in the morning. I would get up super early just to see the earliest anime or the rerun. Because no one had internet and we couldn't look at it again, and so that was just the way it was. And so, this pencil's acting a little weird, so. And so, but on the weekends they would show OVAs, which were basically like original anime movies. Something funky is going on here. And then one of those movies was Blue Submarine number 6. It was like, in a world where, should she have breasts? Is that something we need to do? No, we're not going to give her boobies. She's a fish. Her boobs disappeared. There. But she still has a collarbone. Go figure. But you know what? Maybe this is where her gills are. Let's give her more prominent gills. Let's make it creepy. We'll make her pretty and still relatively human-ish enough that still relatable, but wait a minute, it's not a person. Maybe it might not even be a girl, a human girl. Or a boy. We'll see. Anyway, it's a beautiful mer person. Alright. But yeah, Blue Submarine number 6 was about, like, the world got flooded due to some weird guy's experimented on, created a new race of, like, fish people. And the fish people were, like, waging war on the humans that were still left. And it was a really weird story, and they all fought in these, like, submarine, hence Blue Submarine number 6. Oh, I forgot her bioluminescent seaweed that she wears and dangles in her hair. As the queen of, maybe she fastens it. Like, are these her fins, or is this like her hair? We can't tell no more, so. That's better. That's more interesting. Maybe she was a runaway princess who did not want to get married, and she was enchanted, like she flung herself into the ocean, and she, instead of, due to a curse, and people said that she was cursed, but instead she just ran away because she didn't want to get married or get arranged marriage. We'll see. And she was known as the Ocean Queen, the queen of the. She has all these, like, shell. Oh, this is really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And then our titular character is meeting her in the depths of the ocean. So, one of the main characters, for those of y'all that are able to see this, I might delete this, is beep. I'm kidding. Comes from, I don't say which one, comes from people that are known as sea nomads. They call them sea gypsies, but no one uses the word gypsies anymore. That's not a word you use. But, like, it's, sea nomads, aka the Bajau, used to come from the Philippines, and they would have boathouses where they would make their livelihood off of fishing and trading all across the southern and other parts of the islands of the Philippines. And because, colonialism, and people are generally crap to travelers all over the world, they had to escape to Malaysia and other areas, like Indonesia as well. And so it's the words are spelled differently. It's instead of B A D J A O, it's spelled Bajau, I think, in Indonesia. I'm not sure, but one of my characters comes from those people, and the Bajau are known for their prowess in diving. Some of them can stay underwater for 22 whole minutes with no diving equipment, no scuba gear, no nothing. And some people have said it's not because they're just like they're trained since they're little. It could be that too. I'm sure that helps, but also their spleens and their eyes have adapted so that they can breathe or hold their breath a little longer underwater. So, sorry if I go quiet once in a while. I can't multitask. I can't paint, and I mean, my job, oops, doesn't, I talk and I paint all the time. God, the skippiness, so annoying. But I want to be able to concentrate. My brain is like firing up like a bajillion things, so I don't want to mess it up. Excuse me. Somebody texted me at the same time. Well, but yeah, that's my character. She meets the deep sea queen, who is, spoiler alert, deep in the sea, in the ocean. Hence the deep sea queen. Well, supposed to do a bunch of stuff for Mermaid. I love Mermaid. Mermaid was so fun. And I did a lot of my Bajau stuff. My sea mermaids, saltwater mermaids, and freshwater mermaids. Wouldn't that be neat? Different kind of mermaids. But May isn't coming again for another couple months, and I'll be too busy for that then. But I wish every day was Mermaid. Okay. This is the deep sea queen. And this character, that's her over there. All right. So let's make sure it's not on the wrong layer, Kronk. And I don't think it is, so whoopee, we did it. For coloring, that I'm going to have to spend a little more time on because I love lines. I love creating character designs where I'm doing lines, layout, things like that. But holy hell, when I'm having to work with color, that takes a little more planning that is accessing a different part of my brain. So for now, let's get that in there. I will try to have like a vague color palette for that by then. We could explore different, things like sometimes I'll go on Pinterest and let's look at my Pinterest now. You know what? Let's not look at my Pinterest because I have other personal things on there like that I don't want to. So let's hold it for here. This is the end. I might even bring this smaller so that we can see the entirety of her crown. But I really liked how this turned out. I want to thank you guys for, I'll even like add her like jewels and like bracelets and stuff. Because I would think that even though she has become something not quite human, she still has the vanities of certain human thing, human personality traits, like I want jewelry, I want bling, I want the sparkle, like some kind of magpie. I want the sprinkly, the sparkly shiny things. So that's one of the few human things about her that's kept. So yeah, this is the little Bajau girl, aka Rika, aka one of the main characters, meets the Deep Sea Queen. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to see more of this or something, or have any, like, not requests, but like suggestions of what you'd like to see more of here, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to see like more regular updates, then subscribe. And if you would like to become a patron, here is my Patreon link in the description, and I'll leave another link here in the video. But y'all are awesome. Thank you for letting me paint, and not paint, but letting me draw with you guys, and I will see you around soon. Bye. Goodbye, and good night.